Yo no sanjojela skimpo tata buruku. Found me steady chillin', don't make me go loco. Don't you test my patience, my mind is not sane. I'm beyond insane. Nah, don't bet, bet, nah, bet, I bet, nah, bet, bet. Actually, you can't tell, get it.
Okay, all right. So if you guys are joining us today, I am with the lovely Nthabi. Nthabi, I'd attempt to say your surname, but being Zulu, I'm probably going to say it incorrect. So,
I'll say it.
I want you to say it just so I can say it incorrectly, even after I heard you say it correctly, because I'm Zulu.
Boboko.
Wait, both. Cool. If you guys are joining us today, I'm with Dr. Boboko. Flex.
You tried.
So I can tell he's always been like a bigger sister to me, you know? And I honestly felt like she'd be the right person to actually have on the show. I mean, being someone that I've looked up to, I figured you guys could also benefit, you know, by getting to have someone like this on this platform. And I'm honestly excited that she's actually said yes. Yeah, you know. And if you guys haven't watched any of these before, this is show is called The First Paycheck. Basically, we talk about individuals who were recently on the brink of success and now after that, and we just get to hear their story as well as what they did with the first paycheck, because that's what everyone's interested in, you know. Okay, Nthabi, I mean, how's it been for you, like the transition from being a student last year to being independent?
Yeah. Wow. Firstly, hi everyone. Hi Sologist. Thank you for inviting me to your show. It was different. It was tricky. It was having to take matters in your own hands. You know, it was wow. Yeah, no, December is something else into Jan, right? From being a student to being a whole independent adult. It's wow. No one ever prepares you for it, man. No one prepares you for it. Like, the more people give you advice, the more it's like, but it feels like it's not working, you know? It was, I'm not going to say it was difficult because I think I had like good support. I'm not going to lie. I had good support from my family, mostly my parents, and then my friends as well, who graduated before me. So yeah, man, it was life-changing. And I'm still trying to get the hang of things, the swing of things. I realized all I can do is take it a day at a time, one step at a time, one paycheck at a time. And yeah.
You're enjoying being independent? Like, do your parents still boss you around?
I mean, yeah, parents are still going to do that. My parents still do that. They still do that. But I mean, not the way they used to. They've accepted that I'm an adult. There's still some things. I think as parents, you can't just let go of your child and be like, okay, cool, they're working now, they're independent, so you're not my child. So no, they don't do that. Oksalayo, I'm still their child. I'm their last born, so it's even worse. I'm a last born girl, so it's never gonna end. It's not with my parents, it's never gonna end.
Honestly, I don't care, bro. Like the moment I start buying groceries, I'm keeping the remote.
In whose house? In whose house?
If I bought the groceries, I'm sleeping with the remote like my dad does when he pretends like he's watching videos.
Not in my mother's house. Honestly, when I go home, I want to be a baby because I'm tired of being an adult and being responsible for other people's lives. So when I go home, I'm not going to lie, I am a baby. I am a lost born. I am a child. I will snuggle with my parents. I will get in the middle like a child. That's me. I still do that because sometimes you just get tired of being an adult and having to be responsible every single minute of your life, you know? So me, when I go home, I am a baby. That's correct. That's who I am.
And as I've been like about becoming an intern.
I'm not gonna lie, it's strenuous, it's tough. But one thing I like is that we've got thick skin, right? I think university, especially where we come from, Stellenbosch gives you thick skin. There are certain things that you just brush off because you're like, I've been through worse. It is draining, it is emotionally draining, but it's not as bad as writing final year exams during COVID. It's not as bad. The nice thing for us is that we've got motivation. On the 31st or the 30th of each and every month, that's your motivation. And then debit orders go off, right? Then debit orders go off and you're like, shit. But then you still have money after that, you know? You still have money after that. And then you're just like, you're happy. You're happy because you can still do like nice things for yourself. And I think the thing that worked for me is that I always I have a monthly goal. Because you can't get everything all at once. That's how you become broke. That's one thing I was taught from varsity, actually. Have a timeline of when you want what so that you can get it, you know? So every month you'll tick off what you had and what you got, what you didn't get and why didn't you get it. So for me, I'm big on reflecting. I am big on reflecting, ticking off things that I've done, you know, because it's like a motivation, and I always have a timeline of I want to do this by that time, you know. So I've been living by it and it's been working. So it's tough, but as I say, there's motivation. Money, the 31st, the 30th of every month makes you feel like your suffering and pain during call was okay, you know? So it didn't make you feel like a shit show.
I'm guessing it's similar. I guess it's similar to Fanayo in that you work super hard and then on the 31st, you might get your marks and then you won't feel good. I guess the difference would be there's no reward, you know?
But my thing is, for you guys, it depends, because if you got the mark that you wanted, it's that thing of, okay, Solidus, you did good. Nthabeleng, you did good. If it's a crappy mark, you're like, shit. But it's that shit of, shit, okay, but what do I have to fix? What do I have to correct? Is it my study method? Is it how I studied? Is it what I studied at which time? Is it time management, you know, in terms of that? So for you guys, it's the little things. For me, it's money. It's just different because you're in that phase of your life.
Yeah.
You know, so next year it's going to be a different phase where you're going to be like, okay, cool. The money was my motivation. The money kept me going. It's not all for the money. The money is a great incentive. I'm not going to lie. But yeah.
I guess, I get it. You get to save lives, but the money's good, you know?
Yeah. You forget all the trauma you went through for like 2 days, and then you're like, oh shit, never mind, we're back at it. Wait, am I allowed to swear? Flip, my bad.
Yeah, I'm considering the people that watch us, the people that watch me. I'm pretty sure it's just like, no one's gonna be like, oh, why'd she use the swear word?
The S word. My apologies, guys. Okay, I'll be better. Okay, I'm sorry.
Do better. Oh wait, on the topic of money, obviously, journey, man. You know, just take us back to the day when you the first day. You know, when you got that notification, that click, you know, like how were you feeling in the morning? Did you expect it? Just the range of emotions.
Okay, for me, I didn't get my paycheck at the end of Jan. I didn't get my paycheck at the end of Feb. I got my paycheck the first week of March, right? I was annoyed. I was frustrated. Not because I did not have money, because my parents are still sending me money, because I am the child, but I was annoyed because 1.1, I'm like, my tax bracket is going to be high. You know, now you start thinking about all this nonsense, right? So I'm going to be in a higher tax bracket because they think that that's my baseline salary, right? So I'm thinking of all of that. I'm thinking of what I have to pay back, what I have to give to what, because you have plans, end of year, things you want to do, goals you set for whatever. And then if your salary is delayed, you just become annoyed. However, what did I do with my first paycheck that I got in March? I kept my promise of what I wanted to do for my parents. That was my first thing. So I did that. What I wanted to do for my siblings, I did that. For myself, what did I do? I honestly took myself out to like a more fancy place that I'm used to. So I did that. I flew to Cape Town. What else? And I saved quite a chunk of my first paycheck because I had catching up to do because I still had savings plans for Jan. So I had to catch up on my savings. So I didn't do anything like extravagant. I did not do anything extravagant. I just kept the promises that I made to myself. And I think that was my biggest achievement for my first paycheck.
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not a wild child. I'm not a wild child. So I didn't go buy a car. I didn't know. I did not go do that. I did not go do that.
it sounds like you spent it like in a responsible manner, you know?
I'd like to believe that I am responsible sometimes.
Oh,
Almost.
that's good. So what's, I mean, in the course of you've been working, what's the most expensive thing you bought yourself? You can name 5.
Okay, let me think. Petrol, every single month, petrol. Without flinching, petrol. I'm joking. The most expensive thing, okay, like sneakers. I went to buy like, I think there was a day I bought 3 sneakers in like one day. A shelf. What else?
How
I'm
much?
not really a spender. Hey, am I a spender? I mean, lies. I spend money on going away. That's what I do.
Travel.
Yeah, that's definitely me. 100%. That's me. So I spend most of my money on traveling. But in terms of buying things, I think they're quite reasonable. Yeah, I don't think I've bought myself like something really expensive or flashy, you know? I think, yeah, it's just that one day when I decided I deserve nice things, and I came back home with like 3 pairs of sneakers. But other than that, travel. Most of my money went or goes to traveling.
Are you planning on taking any trips this December or this year?
I mean, not December. I can't take leave in December, but I was supposed to go abroad in June, but then COVID hit, so I couldn't go. I am going away in September again, then probably somewhere in December. I'll squeeze it in a weekend of some sort. So yeah, I do plan on going away as per usual. At least every 3 months I need to go away.
Every 3 months travel. That's.
Yeah, I need to get out of my cocoon.
I mean, if you work that hard, I think you deserve it. I mean, it's just one of those things. So where am I going? Are you not gonna shepherd me a trip anyway?
Oh, where are you going? I'll tell you. I'll tell you. It's not a little secret. I'll tell you.
Shame. I'll go anyway. Like the only time I've been out of this country was to go to Mozambique.
I mean, that's nice. It's out the country. It's
I mean,
outside the SA borders.
The country is nice. I mean, I kind of wish it was by choice. I mean, considering we were in a car and they took the car and then we ended up driving across and then they dropped us off somewhere. Then we had to walk all the way back after they hijacked us. But nonetheless, it was still an experience, and it's a very beautiful country.
It is an experience. Okay, I've never had that, right? However, there was a time I went to Zanzibar for like a month, right? And I swear, if I didn't get kidnapped that time, I'm never getting kidnapped. Because, oh guys, I used to like things. Anyways, so we went out to one of the parties they had there. My parents are never supposed to see this interview. So we went out to one of the parties and then we met we met some guy. Turns out he's a hotel manager, right? So he invited us to the hotel for the weekend. So I went and this other guy went. So it's me and this guy who I met there, so we became close. He was part of the foreign exchange thing I was doing anyway. So we were together. And then we met another hotel manager at that hotel. Doesn't make sense, right? So it's like traveling from Tygerberg to like Worcester. That's how far their hotels are. Nah? So I ended up going the next weekend to that other guy's hotel because he gave me like a free booking for the weekend. And I'm like, yes, I'm going because I deserve to be happy. So I did not know this man from any direction. He was just like, you know what, just come and look for this person. Your room will be sorted. Transport will be sorted. And I'm just like, who am I to say no? Me. Who am I to say no? So I went, and then it was quite a jol. And I was supposed to come back the Sunday, but I came back the Tuesday. Yeah, let's not get into the intricate details of that. But I did, however, come and say, if I did not get kidnapped abroad, I will never get kidnapped because of that. I haven't had any other bad experiences traveling outside the country. Yeah, I've never really had besides. Okay, that wasn't bad. That was just like a reflection of if I were ever to get kidnapped, I don't think I'd get kidnapped.
I understand. I mean, my experience also wasn't that traumatic, you know. It was,
I mean, getting hijacked, sir, is quite traumatic. Think about it. It's quite traumatic.
At least they said please, so it wasn't. Yeah. Okay, Nthabi, right? Okay. So I mean, this has been your episode of I Blew It. On traveling. You'll see it when I put it on. There'll be like I'll be deducting all the cash, the funds there, on the screen if I blew it. And it's literally just gonna be travels. Almost got kidnapped, travels. 100%.
So,
I want a final message, right? So if you were to yeah, 2 messages actually, by the way. If you were to talk to a young black girl somewhere, you know, or a young woman who's got aspirations of potentially, I mean, having such a responsible position as a doctor, whatever it is that they want to do, and they're just sitting there, but they can't really see it, but they know that they want it. What advice would you give them?
Do you say they see it, but they can't really get it?
You know, sometimes you kind of feel like you know what you want to be, but I mean, you don't know where to go or who to ask or how to go about it. But you know, like, I'm going to be a doctor. Something positive without giving them exact directions.
It all starts with what are you passionate about? I've realized you put in more effort in things that you are passionate for. When you start feeling like crap during the course, whichever course you're studying, you go back. Me, I'm big on writing things down. I always go back to my little book, and that will always like motivate me. If I'm passionate about it, it'll keep me going. How many times during this course did you feel like giving up and you're just like 1.1, I'm not enough, 1.2, I'm tired of whoever's crap, you know? So if you're passionate about it, those little things, they will trip you, but you won't fall. You know? You'll trip, then you do the little dribble, and then you'll continue walking. You'll continue running. You'll continue marching, whatever you're doing. So go for what, no matter what it is. If you want to be a stripper, if you're passionate about it, go ahead and do it. Don't let anyone sway you. You've got your reasons why you want to do what you want to do. If it's money related, it's not worth it. Especially studying medicine. If it's money related, it is not worth it. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna see next year. It's not worth what we go through. That's why I said it's a great incentive for a couple of days. Then you go back to it. But because you're passionate about it, it keeps you going. You know, if it's for money, how many people have stopped studying medicine? How many people have stopped practicing medicine? Think about it. There's a couple. That's, I'm like, if there's passion behind it, if passion drives you, you'll be fine. You'll be right.
Okay. And I like what you just said, because I also feel like I can probably keep going because I'm very passionate about money. So for that reason, I feel like, you know, as much as I don't really have to like medicine that much, but I'm also very passionate about not going hungry, and very passionate about not being broke. So I'm definitely pushing, you know. But I mean, nonetheless, I mean, man, the thing you said about like people's shit, you know, I mean, oh man, especially as a final year, you get a lot of that shit. I'm not even.
You get a lot, especially that hospital that you're in. especially that hospital that you're in. But I'm like, you have to find something that drives you, man, that will motivate you, that will keep you going, and realize that it's not about them. This is your journey. This is your path that you literally walking in. It's your path. So you, by all means possible, you have to make it work, you know? So yeah, that's my piece of advice I can give a young black me.
Okay. Where Dr. Boboko.
You don't tried it. You don't tried it. Well done. Amazing.
Thank you so much for being on my first season of what I hope will be a very huge show in future.
I'm hoping.
And I hope to follow up, I don't know, like they did in that documentary, follow up in 5 years. We'll see how things have changed, you know?
I think I am. I might be a stripper on some yacht in Dubai.
Oh, well, that's fine. Do that. I'll support you. I won't give you.
As long as I'm happy, honestly.